Hi guys, it's time for art again. I'm so excited to do art with you guys again. And I brought a little picture along. It says, fall is here. And guess what? We are in a new month. Do you know what our new month is? October. That's why I'm wearing one of my favorite Halloween shirts. It has black cats and brooms. And I love October and Halloween. And this is now fall. We are in the season of fall. So you might start seeing leaves falling down. Maybe you're going to start helping rake and helping clean up the yard and seeing all different colors of leaves. And you know what else that we're going to be seeing with fall? Pumpkins! That's right. This month, most of our art projects are going to be all about pumpkins and our science. So we are going to be learning about pumpkins and all different things about pumpkins. I love pumpkins and I love carving pumpkins. So today, let's get started on our art and we are going to do a pumpkin, all the different parts of the pumpkin. So this is what you're going to need. You're going to need a paper plate. You're going to need a piece of green paper, which hopefully you got sent home in your packet, and a piece of orange paper, which is the same size, but I already pre-cut mine a little bit. So you're going to have green and orange. So let's get started. Oh, and you're also going to need glue. I don't have a glue stick today because I left it at home and I'm at my mom's house. So I'm using wet glue, which I'd rather use a glue stick, but that's okay. And you are going to need some markers. And then remember, we are going to use scissors, so make sure you always ask a parent or an older sibling if you can use scissors first. Make sure you always ask whoever's taking care of you if you can use scissors, or if you need some help, no big deal. So let's get started. First, we're going to take our paper plate and we're going to get an orange marker because the inside of a pumpkin is orange. And if you watch some of my science videos, you will see that in the science videos when we talk about the life cycle of the pumpkin. So my paper plate has a circle inside of the circle. So really there's the big circle and the medium circle. So what I'm going to do is trace around that medium circle. And if your paper plate doesn't have that, just do your best to draw a circle. See, mine's a little squiggly, but it's okay. Now, when we cut open a pumpkin, what do we see? Seeds. So I'm going to make like a raindrop shape because that's kind of the shape of a pumpkin seed. And I'm going to make little pumpkin seeds all around my pumpkin, all around the inside. This is the inside of the pumpkin. All these little seeds. Now that looks good for me. You can add more, you can add less, whatever you think. Now I'm going to make sure my lid is tight on my marker. And I'm going to get yellow. We're going to make the fibrous strands. They're usually a little bit of a lighter orange, but I don't have a lighter orange, so I'm going to use yellow. So I'm just going to do little squigglies all over because the fibrous strands are all over the inside of our pumpkin. Just like this. Have fun, make it silly, make it a little crazy, because that's how the fiber strands are. They're all tangled and twisted up. So now we're going to set this aside and we're going to get our orange paper. We are going to take our scissors. Remember, we always ask a parent or an adult first, and this is how we're holding our scissors. We're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut a strip. Now your strip doesn't have to be perfect, but just do your best. My strips are not straight. They're a little squiggly, they're a little wiggly, and that is okay. And they can be thick, they can be wide, they can be thin, however you like them. And we're going to cut our whole paper like that. Keep cutting and keep cutting. Now, when you have your strips, just like this, we're going to take our strips, and this is really good to get our fingers nice and strong. It's actually going to help us write better and maybe even help us get strong enough fingers to button our buttons or all kinds of things. It's really important we have strong fingers. So I'm going to take my thumb and my pointer just like this. My thumb and my pointer just like this. And I'm going to tear my paper. Now this might be kind of hard at first, but you will get better, and this is really important. So pinch, pinch, tear. Pinch, pinch, tear. Pinch, pinch, tear. Pinch, pinch, tear. And you're going to tear all your strips. My fingers are really strong because I've been getting strong muscles in my fingers for a long time. So if you're not quite as fast at it, that is okay. But just do your best, no matter how long it takes you. Just keep on pinch, pinch, tear. Pinch, pinch, tear. And this is going to really help you with writing too because you're working on your finger strength. Now, if you still need extra time to tear your paper, pause the video and take a break. So now we have our little squares and rectangle type shapes. And we're going to take our glue or a glue stick. Mine's a little old, so it doesn't always come out good. And we're going to start gluing. We're going to start gluing our shapes all around the outside of the pumpkin. This is going to be around the bigger circle, just like that. And you're going to go all the way around. If you have some white spaces, that's okay. But try to fill it up as much as you can. Now, if you need to pause the video to finish this, go ahead and pause it. I already finished another one, so that way the video wouldn't be too long. So here's mine. See how I still have little white spots? You don't have to cover it all. It's okay if there's some white spots. So after we have our pumpkin, this is our skin and pulp. Skin, pulp, our fibrous strands, and our seeds. So these are the parts of our pumpkin, but we're missing some important things. So now we're going to get our green paper, and we're going to cut a rectangle shape. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're all still learning. So this is my rectangle shape. And if you need to trace it first, go ahead and trace it first. Now I'm going to glue the rectangle shape on my pumpkin. My glue is very dry, so I just have to squeeze it really hard. I have to put those finger muscles to work. Okay, now we have our stem. This is the stem of our pumpkin. Now, we're also going to cut another long strip. And it doesn't have to be perfect because vines aren't perfect. And we're going to add, if you want to make it a little curly, you can circle it around your finger like this. Kind of hold it. And then look at that. We have a little curly vine. So we're going to put our vine on our pumpkin. So now we're going to glue the vine next to the stem. Next to or beside the stem. This is our vine. There we go. There's our vine. And the last thing we need is a leaf because pumpkins have leaves. So here we go. Just do your best to make a leaf shape. And although my leaf shape isn't going to be the exact shape of a pumpkin leaf, I'm just going to try my best. Because that's all we can do is try our best. If you need to trace it first, go ahead and trace it first because that does make it a little easier. And then you can cut on the lines. I've been cutting for a very long time, so I'm pretty fast at cutting. And then on the other side, or wherever you would like, you can add your leaf. So here is our pumpkin picture. I hope you guys had so much fun with art, and I will see you next time. And let's review. We have our stem, vine, leaf, skin, pulp, fibrous strands, and seeds. All right, guys, have a wonderful week, and I thank you for doing art with me.